Brogdon has got the ball here for Oakland. They lead by 1. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. We've got Hachimura. Kennard is out there with Brogdon. Then there's Bogdanovic. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Williams after Malcolm Brogdon's miss. Bounce pass from Williams. A wide open look here for Caruso. A three-pointer off the mark. Bogdanovic passes to Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Now Hachimura can make play after play above the rim. This guy's got a natural, gifted, athletic frame.
Down low, Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Now, here's Vucevic. 6 on the shot clock. Taken away by Williams. And now a fast break for the Thunder. And finished off by Williams. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
There's Brogdon. Vucevic setting the pick for Bogdanovic. Brogdon finds Bogdanovic. Now Vucevic. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 5 assists in the game. Williams a screen on Bogdanovic. The tray. The shot by Williams no good.
Well, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Brogdon outside. Pass to Hachimura. And Oakland hits again from deep.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Bogdanovic against Williams. Over Bogdanovic. And here is Caruso. Williams sets a screen for Caruso. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And the 3 ball is good. Wiggins has got 5 points now in the quarter.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Hachimura with a screen on Caruso. Hachimura no good.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Bogdanovic. For Oakland, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Erving's checked in for Hachimura. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. SGA's checked in. And now Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
Thank you once again, Allie. So it's Oakland now after Oklahoma City gets the 3. Outside, Bogdanovic. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Kennard from outside the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 assists here tonight. Now SGA.
We're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less than making plays.
Kennard for 3. Thunder with the rebound. Here's Williams, and it's sent back by Erving.
And not many guys Erving's size are this good at blocking shots. Takes incredible timing and athleticism. Great job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
11 feet away, again, Oklahoma City.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has now emerged into a superstar, and on nights like this, guys, he's unstoppable.
Outside, Bogdanovic. Pass to Vucevic. Now, Kennard. Good on the three-point shot.
Man, Kennard is on fire!
That's the second half.
simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
Wiggins, a screen on Kennard. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Bogdanovich against Williams. Pass to Kennard. To the inside. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
They can't stop this play.
Size to make that an easy finish. Vucevic, deep position, and he's golden.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander for three. Another miss by SGA. Oakland leading by 6. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
Pass to Vucevic. Kennard for three. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Caruso, the pass to Williams. Back to Caruso. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Boy, not his best quarter. He's trying to break through.
Locked in against Caruso. It's Brogdon on the wing. Yet another bucket.
Yet again, he's reached 40 points. He's close to having the 4th most 40-point games in a single season.
Well, we've seen it. He's been on fire all season long.
Only the one made basket in the 4th. He hasn't provided them with a whole lot offensively.
Caruso against Brogdon. Bogdanovich passes to Vucevic. Now Kennard. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Erving. Erving's got 42 in the game.
And even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Williams looking over the floor. Again, Oklahoma City.
You know, when Jalen Williams has felt his rhythm, he's going to be relentless in how he attacks the defense.
All right, let's get our defensive team in here and close this out.
Talk it over.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well,
And again, sorry about the internet problems, guys. I don't know what happened. If you missed any part of this game, you can find it in my NBA Legends Modern Era Showdown playlist. Everything there's in chronological order. The videos are marked on this one with part 1 through part 4, and they'll be in sequential order. Just plug and play. Sorry about that. I hate for that to happen on a good game like this, too. It's been a hell of a game.
Different look for Oakland. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Dort comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Malcolm Brogdon. And then for Oklahoma City, Williams, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. And it's Cason Wallace in for Alex Caruso. Erving finds Vucevic. Some nice passing by Oakland here. Buries it from 3-point range. Dort's got the lead up to 9 now for Oakland.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Williams against Hunter. Here's Wallace. Good. And a nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 5 assists tonight.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
SGA against Westbrook. Hunter on the wing. Erving looking for an opening. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, here's SGA. Rugged finish from Gilgeous-Alexander.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shake Gilgeous-Alexander. The delivery is on time.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Oakland.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Outside Hunter. Here's the three. Good.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Dort against SGA. Williams outside. Holmgren with a screen on Hunter. Julius Alexander. And he does not hit. And it's Erving with the ball for Oakland. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Got it to go off the glass.
You know, his selectiveness is worth mentioning here. This guy is not forcing shots, and yet he is cooking.
Williams, a screen on Westbrook. Now SGA. Now Holmgren launches it.
And that 7-foot frame of Holmgren makes him so difficult to guard.
Second team foul. Shooting for Oklahoma City. Chet Holmgren. 3 shots.
3 shots. 3 shots.
He makes the first of 3, and that brings them within 8.
You love when guys like Chet Holmgren, who enters the league with big expectations, works hard to meet those expectations. It's been great to watch.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Vucevic. And no good on the 3rd free throw. So he ends up going 2 of 3.
Listen, it's only 1 miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
Westbrook against Holmgren. Erving outside. Oh, that was a 2-hander.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Erving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
Now here's Waltz. Williams. One dunk after another. Woo!
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Outside Erving. Williams against Hunter. And there's the call on Jalen Williams. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
7-point differential. Capella sets a screen for Erving. Holmgren with the block.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Just 2 to shoot. Erving. Late in the clock, he gets it to fall.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can score it, so you have to respect it. That sets up his passing game. What a pretty delivery.
So it's Oakland now, following the score by Oklahoma City. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Erving. It's Oakland picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Julius Erving.
Very, very spirited game, man. Both these teams shooting the lights out from downtown. OKC got to the free throw line a lot more. Fast break somehow, man. They actually neither one of these teams. This was an up and down game, but it didn't like 18 points. It's not like they were scoring more in fast break than they really did. But they only had 18 for Team J and 16 for OKC. Second chance points went all to Team J. Bench points to Team J because Luke Kennard came in the fourth quarter and actually shot the lights out from downtown. Once we went to that post up adjacent down double staggered screenplay that we were running late in the fourth. You guys can rewind the video and go break down that play for yourself. I'll go ahead and show some of it here to break down that play that we were utilizing to really take advantage of OKC's lack of post defense, which led to them double teaming overzealously from the weak side, which led to Kennard getting open shots. But going to the box score here, we'll take a look. Dr. J still putting up, didn't score 50 tonight. He only had 48, 2 points less than his season average, but 32 shots, 23 shots made. Kennard leading the way here, came out of nowhere. He went 6 of 12 tonight from 3. 18 points off the bench. Brogdon, 11 points, 4 assists. Hachimura came off the bench with 10. It's interestingly enough, we get more point production, at least Team J does. They seem to get more team point production from their bench than they do from their starters most nights. So it seems like because the starters are actually better defensive players and better defensive players than they are actual shooters, so to speak. Whereas when they come in, they actually end up scoring more points. But this team, with Westbrook, with Dort and Hunter and Capella, they defend better. But these guys off the bench score better, so it's kind of interesting. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights here. Williams had 22 points. SGA had a tough night. Although he didn't shoot well, he still helped out in other ways. He had 7 boards, give him credit for that, 5 assists and 3 steals. But he had 3 turnovers, though, so it's a net negative 0. He took 3 away and gave 3 away, so it's a net negative 0 there. Chad Holmgren just never got into it. His numbers look good, but he got totally destroyed by Dr. J. I mean, he got destroyed. He had 3 blocks, but that's all window dressing. Well, he had 3 out of 4 threes made, but he just didn't have any impact. He's the main reason why Dr. J got the points he got, because they just couldn't keep a hat on Dr. J in transition. He's the main reason he couldn't guard him. Caruso, only 8 points off the bench, had some pretty good defense in the third quarter, but that was about it. And that's the story, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights here. We'll start with Luke Kennard and some of the 3-point bombs he was hitting. I don't know what they're showing that. There's one of the plays right there. Look at that. There's that weak side help. There it is again. Weak side help. They're bringing it top side, trying to come down and double down on Vujacic in the post. They got no one to guard. They don't have any size. There it is again. They went to the front, just lobbed it over the top. There they come again. Another weak side help. Bam, wide open. They just had no answers for that. Let's take a look at Dr. J here. Man, one of the few blocks for Team J tonight. They didn't really do a good job defensively in terms of bothering shots tonight, but the defense held up enough to where they can get out. Yeah, more highlights than that. Come on now. I feel that's right. That's because I had to start the game over because the blockouts. While the highlight package is so short, it's only going to show the fourth quarter. That's all right. We'll move on. I want to go ahead and show that. We're going to go ahead and show some of those spotlight that play that I was talking about, where Team J was running. Where Team J was running their offense. So let's go ahead and showcase that right here. Let's see if we can. This is one of the plays right here where we ran it. Let's go ahead and show the thing from the full view here. Now, what you have, let's go ahead and show it from the offensive point of view. Let's put this here, and all we're really doing is the basics, just a basic pin down. We're going to come to the offense. This is the first stage. Dr. J's cutting across, so there's your first stage. If the pass is open, I don't really trust it there because he can come here and pick it off. But if it's there, you got a quick hitter, Dr. J coming across the face of the defense. It's not there. This is going to set up a staggered screening situation on the strong side of the ball. Or really, it's not strong side because it's middle. It's medium. This sets up a staggered screen right here. This brings down an option here for a 3 if it's there. It's not. Now, you also have the convention to wait and have another pin down here on a single. Not a high percentage place most of the case because it's only a single. You got a double stagger here, so this is more likely to come free if it does. But at the end, you have a post-up attempt here on a smaller guy against Vujacic. That's a mismatch all day long. So, and you also have a court load, basically a triangle offense situation where you have a court load on the weak side. Now, this forces them to have to bring their help from the weak side of the defense. And usually, if you're going to either come from here or here, it's too easy of a pass. So they have to bring it from the furthest part of the lawn. You obviously can't double team here. That's easy. So they're going to bring, he's the designated help man, which is easy to see. Now, Caruso has got to be able to pin down on this man here while not giving up up a play here to the top, which is going to be hard to do. So you have to stay. So, and with Vujacic being almost 7 feet tall, he can pass right over SGA's head. See that? There's no way he can defend that pass. So it's right over the head. He has to stay home. He has to stay home on his man. He has to stay home on his man. He has to stay home on his man. And Caruso gets an easy shot. It's either that or you let Vujacic go one-on-one with a mismatch guy down low, which he most likely, I would say 7 times out of 10 is going to score. It's a 70% chance he's probably going to score on this guy. So bam. And there it is. Swish, Kennard, lighting it up in the fourth quarter. Good team play. But yep, that's pretty much the play we ran again and again and again. They just couldn't stop it. Once I saw that how they were playing that, I just kept going to it again and again, just broke them down because they had no one inside that could defend against Vujacic in the post. That's the story there with Team J as they take their record to, I believe, 24-10 now. Here in the Modern Era Season Challenge between the 10 legends. As we look, the Jays are now at 24-10. I just said they've won 6 games in a row, trying to lock down that number 3 seed and potentially, who knows, they might catch Team Diesel for that number 2 spot, They might. Underneath them, you got Kobe Bryant and the Mambas at the number 4 spot, trying to stay out of that sickly, horrible 5th spot that nobody wants because, as I said before, the 5th spot, you'll be playing the number 4 team on the playoffs with no home court advantage. And more than likely, it's going to be a legend team you'll be facing. And that most likely will go at least 6 or 7 games, and it will be all wars. And you'll be exhausted by the time you get to the second round, which you'll be playing another legend team who most likely would have finished off another team maybe 5 or maybe 4 games because the 1, the 2 will be facing a lower-ranked team. Play-in tournament team. So they'll have an easy go of it while you'll be in there battling. So you don't want to be in that 5th seed. It's almost a death position. You're guaranteed not – I don't think that anyone's going to be able to win coming out of that number 5 spot, whoever it may be. But Team Dream right there is pulling up the rear. They're only a half game out. They had a big win against the let's go ahead and spotlight Team Dream here real quick before we go ahead and end the stream. Let's see where they at. Team Dream, they're 22-11 right there. As you can see, they've won 1 game recently, and they had a big win against the Bad Boys, an Eastern Conference team, not a mutual opponent team, but they had a big win, a must-win game in my opinion. They needed to win that game because they lost a tough game against the Philadelphia 76ers that they should have won, but they didn't because Tyrese Maxey came in there and played out of his mind. But they came in there, had a great performance against the Pistons, the Bad Boys, and now they'll be playing a mutual opponent team, the number 1 team in the Western Conference, the Las Vegas Showtime, and that will be a war. As Magic Johnson has his boys playing, I believe they're the second hottest team in the NBA right now with Team Showtime, and they're just running people out of the building. The number 1 scoring team in the NBA at 120 points a freaking night, guys. 14 games won in a row, 26-4 on the season. They're 13th. They're the best. They're probably the best road team. They haven't yet to lose a game away. They're the best road team in the NBA right now, 13-0, I think. I don't think they lost a road game. Let's go to the NBA standings proper and check that out and get the actual stats on that because I don't think they've even lost a road. They might be the NBA's best road team. Let's take that out real quick here. Let's go to the western side. We'll go all. And it appears that, yeah, they're the best road team in the NBA. They have yet to lose a road game. Holy crap. And they're the best offense. Like I said, they're putting 120 points a game. OKC's right there, 118, but they got shut down against Team J. They didn't even get 100, I believe. They got shut down. It's interesting. Interestingly enough, none of the other Legend teams are scoring. It's like the one team out of all the Legend teams that play the most like other modern era teams are the Showtime, because they're wide open. They pretty much run, shoot the three. They don't do a lot of post ups except with Magic Johnson. That's pretty much it. But they're the one team that plays the most like what the modern era teams play like. Everybody else pretty much plays grinded out half court offense execution, with the exception of Team J with their running style. Team Jordan is all about half court execution. And, of course, Team Larry Bird, they grind you to the ground as do the bad boys and with Team Chamberlain. But it's interesting that they're the one team that's up there that's scoring with all the top other teams, because you got OKC, Philadelphia, Denver, Cleveland, Boston, Golden State, Los Angeles, and Houston, and Atlanta, and then the Clippers. And then after that, the Jays are number 12. So it's kind of interesting to see that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look here at the next team coming up on the day. Let me go put it back on the Jays here. That'll be the best way. So OKC, they just played them. Actually, they didn't hold under, right? OKC scored 108 points. They held them 10 points underneath their average. So they did a good job there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Daily View. Who's coming up next? You got Team J just played a great game against OKC. Oh, it's Michael. Michael going back to Chicago for the first time. Oh man! And then how about that? We got a bunch of reunion games today. I think we got two reunion games. Michael's going back to Chicago for the first time, and then it's going to be, of course, that's going to be a marquee matchup. The Dream taking on Vegas today, and then Larry Bird goes back to Boston for the first time after that. So we got two reunion games today, so to speak. But be that as it may, it's going to be a game that Team Jordan needs to have. We'll go ahead and get that talked about before we end the stream. Let's get that one spotlighted for you guys. That's the next game coming up. Jordan wearing those sweet, sweet North Carolina tar baby blue jerseys, going back to Chicago. And let's go ahead and get them spotlighted, get their season spotlighted here for you before we end this stream. As Team Jordan has won 6 games in a row, are sitting at 26-5 on the season in a 3-way tie for the number 1 record in the NBA, or really the best record in the a two-way tie for the number 1 record in the NBA, and a 3-way tie for the number 1 record in the Eastern Conference. If that makes any sense, I know it's a tongue twister. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it, but basically what you have is a bunch of tiebreakers playing out, and bear with me here on this expedition. Now, Team Larry Bird has beaten Team Jordan twice in the season. The only 2 games they'll play. He's already beat them twice. He actually beat them twice in 1 week. So Team Bird has a tiebreaker over Team Jordan. That's why you see Team Bird over Team Jordan on the records there, because they have the tiebreaker, even though they have the same record. However, Team Jordan has beaten the Globetrotters as well as Team Bird, so they have the tiebreakers over Chamberlain. Now, the Bad Boys have not beaten Team Jordan, but they have beaten Team Bird, and they have yet to play the Globetrotters. So they have a tiebreaker over Team Bird, but not Team Jordan. So if they can get, it's a lot, guys. Now, Team Kareem doesn't have a tiebreaker over anybody. Matter of fact, Team Kareem hasn't even played Team Bird yet. And matter of fact, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look here quickly at Team Bird's situation. And the Legend teams they faced thus far, they faced the Bad Boys and lost. They won't play them until after All-Star break. Now they faced Shaquille O'Neal twice and lost, but he's a Western Conference member, so he doesn't count as a mutual opponent for the Eastern Conference. Now, moving along, as you can see there, they beat Michael Jordan's team twice in 1 week, which is insane. Like, who does that? It's freaking Jordan in his prime. Just beat him once a year is an accomplishment. Then you have the Globetrotters, led by Will Chamberlain. Team Bird managed to beat them. And then that's it. They don't have any more mutual opponent games in the Eastern Conference in terms of powerhouse teams and legend teams coming up until, I believe, after All-Star break. Yeah, they don't face any other mutual opponent team of the top 4 guys until after All-Star. But there you go. They play Kareem here. Then they'll play Chamberlain. Then Dr. J, he's not mutual. And then that's pretty much it. They don't play, and then they play the Bad Boys one more time, and then Chamberlain, and then Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's team again. So they'll play Chamberlain one more time. And Chamberlain, if Chamberlain can get that game, that would nullify the tiebreaker that Team Bird has against them already. But so far, Team Bird has pretty much beat everybody right now. So they're in the driver's seat right now. They just have to beat the Bad Boys. They can beat the Bad Boys one more. If they can beat the Bad Boys and nullify the tiebreaker, then it will just be about them. And then also do the same thing. Well, actually, to be honest with you, because there's only 2 games. There's only 2 games between them. Team Chamberlain can only tie up with Team Larry Bird, so they can't have a tiebreaker with them. So basically, Team Bird's in the driver's seat because you've already beaten Jordan twice. You've beaten Team Jabbar once, and if you can find a way to beat the Bad Boys once, you'll tie them and nullify that tiebreaker. That's just a matter, can you beat Team Kareem twice, or at least break even with them? And then it just comes down to where you get the number 1 record all outright, and you got the number 1 seed throughout the entire, potentially the entire playoffs. That's if Team Showtime doesn't go ahead and have the number 1 record out in the West. So that's, it's a lot to break down, but that's pretty much how it goes. As you can see there, Showtime's sitting there at 26-4, and Team Bird is sitting there at 26-5 at the top. You can see there, 26-5. So you basically have a 2-division battle right now at the top for the number 1 record in the NBA. Actually, looking at it outright, technically, yeah, Showtime has the better record because they have lost fewer. They haven't lost, but since Team Bird has played more games, they get the nod. They're 26-5. They haven't played as many games. So if Showtime can win this game up with the Team Dream coming up next, they'll officially have the best record in the NBA. Matter of fact, let's go to the NBA standings proper, just so I can get that for you guys and make sure it's accurate. It's always a good time to be accurate. Actually, I think they do have the best record. Yep, Showtime does. Yep, they're the number 1 team in the NBA. I stand corrected. Showtime's the number 1 team in the NBA. There you see it right there. I stand corrected on that. So Showtime is leading their way, even though Team Bird is clearly the hottest team in the NBA right now with a 20-game win streak. As you can see, Bird right there at 20 games in a row. Then there's Magic, and then there's Cleveland Cavaliers who have won 7 straight. Good. Hey, how about that? They're getting their season back in together quietly. Then there's Team Jordan at 6. Nobody's even in the same stratosphere with Magic and Bird right now. Magic and Bird are so far ahead of everybody else in terms of team chemistry. It's not even funny. And they're beating their teams by wide margins here. But I digress on that. Long story short, guys, it's pretty much going to be a nail-biter of a season coming down the stretch here. Nothing is going to be easy and nothing's going to be given. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this next game spotlighted for you guys, as Team Jordan will be going on the road back to the house that Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and Phil Jackson helped build, the United Center, as they take on the Chicago Bulls, led by Josh Giddey, Sion James, Isaac Okoro, and Matthias Buzelis and Zach Collins. I suspect Michael will want to put on a show tonight. I might go ahead and put on those Chicago Bull jerseys, put on the Chicago Bull specials. Yeah, that's more appropriate. I think. We'll have that one coming for you guys in the next 20 to 30 minutes. So, I'm sorry for the internet problems, guys, and the breakup, but, you can watch all the games. It's a 4-part and sequential area on my NBA Legends Modern Era Ultimate Showdown Challenge. Just go ahead and press play and fire and forget and have fun, man. It was a great game between Dr. J and the OKC Thunder, and I will see you for it should be another good game against Team Jordan Chicago Bulls. Hopefully, it'll be a good game. If nothing else, we'll see Michael put on a show for us. And I'll have that one for you guys in the next 20 to 25 minutes. And, yeah, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time on the NBA Legends Modern Era Ultimate Showdown season as we continue to find out which one of these 10 legends is going to be the man here in the new era of basketball where it's wide open and the numbers are high. The three-pointers are dropping. And there's no rim protection. There's lots of dunks. Man, It's just been crazy. See you guys next time. Peace.